See, this is what I'm seeing, you guys. That ain't nothing over there, is it? Probably not. But we gotta check to make sure over and over and over again. You see? You don't have to understand my way of life. It's alright. I'll never stop doing that. There are certain things about me that won't change. I think I need to turn it down a little bit. There are certain things about me that won't change. But that's just fine. I can rearrange all my furniture inside my head. Pretend that it'll be pure, but I know that in fact, instead, it'll just be the same thing, but a different version. And I feel like everybody else is doing the same exact thing, but they won't admit it because they don't know what it is. Well, let me explain. There's a pain in your soul, there's a pain in your soul, there's a void, 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 and you can't ignore it, so you just fill it up with shit. It doesn't do what they say that it'll do, and then you wonder why you can't get no respite. Well, I can't explain it, I can explain it, I can explain it. It doesn't work. You gotta figure out what works for you. Just ask God, get down on your knees, ask God, you don't have to believe in the same God that I do. In fact, you don't even have to believe, just get down on your knees and pretend that you do. Just pretend you do, just pretend you do. Everything that you worship is astro-turf. For what it's worth, I have every moral obligation to you. And I do this on the spot, yeah, I do this on a whim. And it's just fun for me, is it fun for you? Probably not, probably not. Or maybe you're just intrigued. Well, that's cool. That's cool, that's cool, that's cool. But please don't get obsessed with me, cause that's just a little weird. I'm already too obsessed with me, and it's weird. I don't think I can handle anybody like me, 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 as much as I fantasize about that very thing. I don't think I could handle it, if you know what I mean, and I'm sure you know what I mean, even though you don't want to. Everybody's got a void, everybody's got a void, everybody's got a void, everybody's got a void, everybody's got a void. God will fill that void, God will fill that void. It won't be anybody else, no, nobody else, no, nobody else. And I feel like I could save the world, just being myself, 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 just being myself. Anybody that gets offended, they don't have a self to be. Anybody that gets offended, sorry, but not sorry. You know, everybody has every right to be offended, but just know that you choose to be offended. As if being livid about something stupid is gonna change anything in your real life. Ha 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 ha, you don't know what's the real life. What's the real life? What's the real life? Nobody knows anymore. Nobody knows anymore. I'm so sore watching everybody else. I didn't know what word I was going to choose next. I wasn't sure if it was going to be explore or implore, and then I decided to just give up. Hold on 1 second, I need some water. I need some agua. Necesito agua. Agua. Well, you might as well get used to Mexican being the second language. Mexican. Spanish. Whatever. I love my Mexicans. Dude, they're my favorite people to work with. One of them's Cuban. He's really cool, too. He's funny. He calls me baby. Hey, baby. One kiss. When will I get one kiss? Not even joking. He talks to like any woman that way. I could be even more unattractive than I am, and he would still probably flirt with me, because that's how they are south of the border, apparently. Just very, very outgoing in their sexual endeavors. It's fine. It's a completely different culture. I said it before. I think that white people, the reason why we have all these issues with like all this stuff that's just being thrown at us, and a lot of them just soak it up, like the simplistic sponges that they are. Well, it's like, you know, I mean, really and truly, they soak up everything that they're told in regards to like what's politically correct, what's in, what's hip, what's cool, or whatever. They just go along with that. See, look, isn't this exciting? It's always exciting when the garage door opens. Mainly because, you know, I think I told you guys that I ran into the wall. You see that right there? Yeah, they had to fix that. I think I showed y'all in like a video. It was a video from, I think my first channel, actually, Aimless. In case you haven't noticed, I've grown quite a bit. So I went from sort of being like, I think I've always been more like, whatever you call it, agorist. I just finished this book like about an hour ago. I finished this book. It was a very easy read, so it's not like much of an accomplishment that I finished this book, since it was like not even 100 pages long, and it was written very simplistically by I can't even talk. Samuel Edward Konkin III. He wrote this really awesome book. I'm just gonna show you. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing right there. Yeah, so it's very easy to read. I think I've shown you guys this before, but it's just, it really explains like why the libertarian philosophy works, but why the party has gone nowhere. And in very, very simplistic terms. But yeah, it's, 103 pages. And like that's, you saw it. It's super easy to read. Which is good, because like he knows that a lot of people are really stupid and simple-minded. So it's like the easier, the better, right? You got to dumb things down for a lot of people. I'm not as smart as I might seem to be. I just question reality. I always have been that way. And because of that, I guess that's put me at an advantage over all these numbskulls that just keep staring at a TV all day long. But yeah, so how do you fix the keyboard? Can Can you glue the keys back on? Is that possible? Does that mess up like the internal makeup of the keyboard? Do I have to take the entire keyboard apart? Because that's very complicated. You should figure out how to do this. It's ridiculous that you're even like... You should look it up. I mean, shit, that's what the internet is for. Remember when YouTube used to just be about creative people doing creative things and instructional videos on stuff like that, you know? The best one is like how to roll a joint. You know, they have all these you know, bad stuff, you know. And then they have a lot of like instructional videos on like, you know, how to change a tire, like what's going on with like your brake system or something like that, you know? Like that's what's cool. YouTube used to be a good thing, and now it's going to turn into some crapshoot. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with my stuff. We'll just see. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of looking forward to like not doing things on the internet. I mean, I really hate being on the internet anyway, but I'm really grateful that I've met some of the people that I've met. Shout out to you, Frank. Shout out to you, Adam. Shout out to you, Aaron Carson, wherever you are. Shout out to, who's that guy? Who's that guy that always is looking forward to watching me take a shit? Carrie and Dooley, whoever you are, wherever you are. What's his name? Yasa I've shot or whatever. What's with these names? They're so weird. You just want to be weird. Yeah, you got to be weird in a clever way, or like it doesn't work. There's got to be like a shout out to like, you know, a band that you really love that like only a true fan of that band would understand. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I want to do like a Start Making Sense tour. You know, shout out to David Byrne, even though he's like encouraging people to vote. What an idiot. Yeah, he's really fallen off. You know, he used to be cool, but a lot of them, like, they have to say that, though. Like, eventually they have to be like, no, you need to go along with this system that, you know, our music was formerly against, but now we're totally in favor of it. But a lot of them are doing it, man, and I don't know if it's just because of this you know, game-changing event that's been taking place. It's been happening for a while. It's just people are starting to notice it now. So nice of you to join the coincidence party. This is quite a party. We're having so much fun over here. We're just throwing confetti. We get so excited about aliens and stuff like that. I really don't know that much about aliens. You'd think I would. I was obsessed with the X-Files when I was younger. But, yeah. I really don't give a fuck about anything anymore. I'm just ready for Jesus to get here. Like, I'm just so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. But Yeshua's gonna be back. But you don't know when. Nobody knows when. We can anticipate what the signs are, but it's like so much of it is a metaphor. You know, so a lot of people get really excited about certain things happening. But I think that's why, like, the Bible was created. It's like to convince people that certain things were happening. And I think that a lot of it is true, but I think a lot of it is also it could have been used for political reasons, you know? So I don't ever want to, like, blindly believe something. Like, I read the Bible pretty much every day, and I try to get as much out of it as I can. Like, but I look at it the same way that I looked at AA, because they have a saying in 12-step program, specifically Alcoholics Anonymous: take what fits and leave the rest. And I think I've said this before, but I took what fit and I left AA because AA didn't fit me at all. But there's a lot of stuff in there that was really good. Like, if you apply it, it's awesome. It really works. But a lot of the people in there, it's just their egos get involved, and that's the case everywhere. It's just human nature, I suppose. They just want to fit in. They want an identity. They want to be like the coolest one at the ball, the AA ball, right? I went to like an AA dance. I've been to a couple of them actually. It's kind of sad how many like AA events that I've been to. But anyway, what was I saying? No idea what you were saying. Oh yeah, well, I don't know. I try to take what fits, and there's a lot of stuff that I leave behind, but the Bible, though, I take all of it and I try to understand it, but some of it I don't, or like I don't see the point, or I feel like they're just repeating themselves. But I believe it. It's just I'm not at the point where I'm not gonna I don't question it. You know what I mean? And I think that that's what's wrong with society is they don't continue to question things. They don't continue to try to learn and grow. They just think that there's a stopping place for that, and that's why everybody's so dumb. In case you were wondering. But I'm gonna go. Goodbye.